On her 18th birthday, Gaby Scanlon was handed a smoking cocktail. It looked like a party trick. Cold vapor rolled over the glass. Friends were watching. The drink looked dramatic, expensive, and harmless. She reportedly asked if it was safe. Then she drank it. Within seconds, the celebration changed into an emergency. Smoke came from her mouth and nose. Her stomach pain became severe. And doctors later had to remove her stomach to save her life. The danger was not the alcohol. It was not poison. It was physics hiding inside a beautiful glass. The drink was a nitro Jägermeister shot, served at a wine bar in Lancaster, England. The visual effect came from liquid nitrogen. That is why the glass appeared to smoke. Liquid nitrogen is used in kitchens and bars because it gets extremely cold and creates vapor that looks cinematic. But it is not a normal ingredient. It is a cryogenic liquid. Its job is to chill, freeze, or create an effect. It is not supposed to be swallowed. The safe version of the trick depends on one condition. The nitrogen must be gone before the customer drinks. If it is still there, the glass is no longer just a cocktail. It is carrying a hidden physical hazard.
The strange part is that liquid nitrogen is not poisonous in the normal sense. Nitrogen is all around us in the air. The problem is the state it is in. As a liquid, it boils at about minus 196 degrees Celsius. That is cold enough to freeze living tissue on contact. And when it warms, it turns into gas very fast. A small volume of liquid nitrogen can become a vastly larger volume of gas. That is the part people do not see. The white smoke is not the danger itself. The danger is what may still be underneath it. Extreme cold, rapid expansion, and a human body that was never built to contain either. Imagine swallowing something colder than almost anything a person will ever touch. It does not behave like a normal drink. It does not simply mix with alcohol and disappear. If liquid nitrogen reaches the stomach, two things can happen at the same time. First, the cold can damage tissue. Second, the liquid can rapidly boil into gas. Inside the body, that gas has limited room to expand. Pressure builds. Pain can become sudden and extreme. In Gaby's case, reports said her stomach was perforated. This is why the story is so disturbing. The drink did not need to be toxic. It only needed to be served before the danger was gone. After the shot, Gaby became breathless and developed severe stomach pain. She was taken to hospital late that night. Doctors diagnosed a perforated stomach. The decision had to be urgent. According to police and medical reports at the time, the operation was needed to save her life. So surgeons removed her stomach. That is called a gastrectomy. For the video, do not show the operation. The point is not gore. The point is how fast a bar gimmick became irreversible. A birthday drink became an ambulance ride. A visual effect became an internal injury. And one question moved from the bar to the courtroom. Who was responsible? 3 years later, the case reached court. Oscar's Wine Bar and Bistro pleaded guilty to failing to ensure the drink was safe for customers. The bar was fined £100,000. The court heard that no proper risk assessment had been carried out. There had been warnings and guidance, but the system inside the bar still failed. One report said Gaby was not given proper advice. A friend said the instruction was to drink it while it was still smoking. That phrase is the warning sign in the whole story. Because with liquid nitrogen, the show is not separate from the risk. If the effect is still active, the hazard may be active too. This story is not only about one bar in Lancaster. It is about a larger problem in food and drink spectacle. When a product smokes, bubbles, freezes, or looks impossible on camera, people assume it is controlled. But the customer usually cannot see the risk assessment. They cannot see the training. They cannot know whether the dangerous material has fully evaporated. That is why regulators warn against eating or drinking products when liquid nitrogen or dry ice may still be present. The safest rule is simple. Never swallow liquid nitrogen. Do not touch it. Do not rush it. And do not treat smoke as proof that something is safe. The most dangerous part of the cocktail was not the part people expected. It was not the alcohol level. It was not a secret chemical. It was a physical effect that looked beautiful until it entered the wrong place. Gaby survived, but the injury changed her life, and her case became a public warning. If a drink is still violently smoking, if staff tell you to drink it quickly, or if no one explains the risk, that is not entertainment. That is a red flag. A safe drink should not require trust in a magic trick. So the final question is simple. If it is still smoking, would you drink it?